Welcome back to another episode of the Sanctuary Church Social Distancing Bible Study. This is
Liam.
and
Mommy.
that's right. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us today. All right, guys. So we have a pretty cool lesson today, and we're gonna start by talking about something that I think is kind of interesting to think about. So there are a lot of things, right, that you in life where you have to pay money in order to be able to do things, right? Like if you want to go to the movies, you have to
pay.
That's right. You have to pay for the ticket so that you can go and watch a movie. Or if you go to the grocery store to buy food and vegetables and
Wait.
candy, yes.
Can I tell you guys something? Or if you go to the movies, and you want a lot of tickets, and you can watch all the movies, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money.
That's right. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money. And if you go to the grocery store, you also have to put money down, right? You can't just like go in there and grab the things that you want. But here's a thought. Do you ever have to pay your family for them to love you? No? Like do you have to pay me money to like for me to love you? No, right? Like I love you because you're my kid. You're mine.
Yeah.
So I love you, right?
Wait, but if I don't have to pay you if I'm...
Do I have to pay you money?
No.
That's right. We love each other because we're family, right?
We don't need to pay any money to anybody.
Exactly. So, just like we don't pay our parents for them to love us, we don't have to pay God for him to love us. That's what this story that we're going to talk about today is about. So let's talk about this story, okay? Look, we're going to talk about the story. So, back in Jesus' time, Jerusalem was a very important city, okay? Because that is where the temple was. The temple that was considered to be the house of God, okay? So this story that I'm going to tell you guys about has Jesus going to a temple. And in this temple, there were people called Pharisees that kind of made their laws and had people uphold the laws, okay?
Why did he go over there?
Well, because that's what he was doing. He would go from city to city and he would be spreading the word and just letting people know that God loved them, right? So one day, Jesus and his disciples were on the way to the city of Jerusalem. And on the way there, they passed by a town called Capernaum. And when they got there, there were some people that were collecting taxes. Now, normally, there were people that would collect taxes for the Romans because they were the people that were in charge. But these specific people were actually collecting money for the temple because the Pharisees were collecting money so that they could do the things that they wanted to do for God to love them. Now think about that, because we just talked about how silly it would be for us to pay our parents to love us, and God is our Father, right? So that's a little silly, but let's continue to talk about this. So
God is our Father.
well, he created humans, right? So in a way, yes, yeah, he is our Father. So, but hold on. We'll talk about this later. So when they get there, these people come up to Peter and they ask him if they're gonna pay for the taxes. And he says yes. So after Peter had talked to the tax collectors, he came back to Jesus and told them what had happened. And Jesus had a pretty interesting question for him. He said, so do the children of the king have to pay taxes or just the commoners? To which Peter said, well, no, just the commoners.
The commoners only have to pay
Right.
for
The taxes.
king.
So at that point, Jesus goes, then we don't have to pay. Do you know why he said that? Because he's the Son of God. So technically, he doesn't have to pay taxes for the temple. But wait, let me tell you. But he still did it anyway. He told Peter to go to the river, go catch a fish, and when he caught that fish, to open his mouth and he would find money there to pay for their taxes. Now, why do you think Jesus did that?
Because he wants to do what the other people. He wants to pay for the tax.
Well, so he did that because he was doing the right thing. He had already told them that he was going to pay for taxes, or Peter had. And even though he knew that he didn't have to pay for God to love him, he was just doing the right thing because he had already said that. Now, when do you have to do something and it's the right thing, but it's a difficult decision? Like, have you ever been like in a position where you know what the right thing to do is, but you know that you want to go the other way? Have you ever done that? Like, for example, if you know that you found a wallet on the floor and it has money in it, but you know that you can probably send it back to the person who lost it. You know the right thing is to send it back, right? But you want to keep it. Yeah? Yeah, right? So sometimes it's tough to do the right thing, but it's what we should do. So that's what we take out of this story is you don't have to pay anything to be loved by God, right? He just loves you because we're their kids. He's our father. But does that mean that we can do whatever we want? No, right? That means that we have responsibilities, that we have to follow along the rules that he's put in place for us, right? And show by our actions how he wants us to be. So don't forget, God loves you for who you are, and he will never ask you to pay him in exchange for love. He always loves us.
He loves us because we're his kids.
That's right. So, on that note, it is time for our activity. Let's go, guys. All right, guys, we are back and we have set up our racetrack. So what you're gonna need is some painter's tape, you're gonna need some cotton balls, and some straws. Show them, Liam. Cool.
And 2 of these.
That's right. Now what we did is we lined the table on either side with some tape, and then we did like the little track over here, as you guys can see. And the whole point, or the premises of this, is that you're gonna grab the straw that Liam and I have, and you're gonna use it to blow the little cotton ball down the line. And Charlie is our obstacle. So you're gonna have to drive down the squiggly line. And the person, here you go.
The first one.
Now the first person to get the ball all the way to the other end wins, okay? And I think Charlie's gonna be like the dinosaur that takes out the
eggs.
The
dino eggs.
I think so.
The Charlie's the T-Rex.
Yeah.
What takes our T-Rex?
Okay.
eggs.
Can you go get me another straw? Because I think Charlie has taken control of that one. All right. So I am set on this side. Liam is ready on the other side. And on the count of 3, we're gonna start. Ready? 1,
Wait, I'm gonna do
2, 3.
Oh, that started over. Oh, we got it over. Ah!
No!
Oh! Can't fit it backwards. Oh, okay.
Ah! Okay.
Oh, my dino egg. Charlie, that T-Rex. Ah! I got it. My dino egg.
Ah!
I got it.
Oh no! And down
I won.
I won! That was a lot of fun. Try it out. It's really cool. Maybe try with like a little bit of like heavier balls, but it's a lot of fun. If you guys liked our video, don't forget to like, share,
and subscribe.
That's right. Show us some of your videos, guys, doing this. Have a nice week. See you next time. Bye.